Look closely at Luxembourg City, and you see two worlds stacked on top of each other, ancient stone fortresses sitting beneath gleaming glass towers. It is one of Europe's most heavily concentrated hubs for tech and finance. But for a non-EU citizen, landing a job offer is just the first part of a mandatory legal sequence. Securing the right to work requires a specific chain of approvals between the employer and the employee that cannot be bypassed. The government doesn't mail you a standalone paper work permit. In Luxembourg, work authorization is embedded directly into your biometric residence card. The front displays your photograph and employment category, while the back holds a digital microchip loaded with your fingerprints. The path to securing this card is determined by three specific categories: the standard salaried worker route, an intra-corporate transfer, or the high-earning EU Blue Card. If you are an employer trying to hire international talent, you must first clear ADEM, Luxembourg's national employment agency. ADEM serves as the local labor market gatekeeper. Before you can officially hire a non-EU candidate, you must register the vacancy so ADEM can check if a qualified local or EU citizen is already available for the role. For standard jobs, this triggers a mandatory 3-week review window. The agency uses these 21 days to try and match your opening with local candidates. However, for an EU Blue Card, meaning a gross salary exceeding €65,000, this waiting period is waived. Once the vacancy is cleared, the employment contract must include a specific legal clause. This suspensive clause states that the contract is strictly conditional upon the employee obtaining their visa and work permits. When ADEM finds no local match, they issue an official clearance certificate. This document is the legal authorization the employer needs to move forward with their chosen international candidate. Once the employer has their clearance, the candidate must begin assembling an exhaustive government application dossier. This file must include a valid international passport, certified and apostilled copies of university diplomas, professional qualifications, and a clean police clearance record from your home country. These documents form the Temporary Authorization to Stay dossier, which is submitted to the Ministry of Home Affairs for initial approval. The General Department of Immigration has a statutory review window of up to 4 months to issue the approval, though files that are clearly documented typically clear this stage much faster. If the ministry approves the dossier, the candidate then applies for a Type D long-stay entry visa through a Luxembourg embassy or consulate in their home country. This Type D visa is valid for 3 months. It permits your physical entry into the Schengen area and allows you to travel to Luxembourg to begin the final registration steps. While you are now legal to enter the country, you are not yet a registered resident. The final phase of the process begins the moment you land. Upon arrival in Luxembourg, you have a 90-day window to finalize your legal residency through several local administrative checks. The first requirement is the 3-day rule. Within 3 working days of arriving, you must visit the local commune or municipal office to file a formal declaration of arrival. Within that same 3-day window, your employer must notify the ministry that you have officially started working, providing the 13-digit social security number assigned to you. You are also required to undergo a mandatory immigration medical examination. This screening is conducted by an authorized physician in Luxembourg to verify there are no public health risks. Once the medical check is clear, you attend a biometrics appointment. The immigration office captures your facial image and fingerprints, which are then used to manufacture your physical card. Within a few weeks, you receive the final biometric residence card. This card serves as your proof of identity and confirms your integrated work rights for the duration of your stay. The months of coordination between employer and employee conclude with the issuance of this single smart card, providing the final legal basis for the holder to live and work in the country.